Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone arena action. My least played class right now is Rogue, so Rogue it shall be. Do you want to watch your back? I'll watch yours. We'll start with the SI Agent, a very strong removal card, and the 3/3 body I find is sometimes very irritating for folks to deal with as well. Here we have a choice of 3 cards that I all consider fairly conditional. Conceal can of course be nice to deliver a killing blow. Betrayal can sometimes be very cheap assassinate, but sometimes it doesn't kill the targets that you want it to kill. And the Assassin's Blade can sometimes be used to cheekily finish off your opponent. Usually as a rogue, unless you have a lot of life gain, it doesn't quite give you as much card advantage as you think because you really murderate yourself, killing the enemy minions with it. I'm going to take the safe bet here and grab the Betrayal, though I know some people are screaming for the Assassin's Blade. I just find that it's a very expensive weapon. Unlike the Arcanite Reaper, which can kill a couple of big targets, this kills a bunch of small ones, which with the rogue's lack of built-in life gain is a bit of a nuisance. Also, when you're using the Assassin's Blade, you essentially don't have a hero ability at that point, so I'll take the Betrayal for the slightly less committal removal. Eviscerate, it's approximately correct to take every single one of those that you see. And yeah, we'll take the Ringleader here for some early plays. Now, I don't really want a second Betrayal. However, Shadow Step, well, with a Ringleader and an SI Agent, Shadow Step is pretty decent. However, I still think it's a very marginal card. The issue is I don't really want to play with 2 Betrayals, so I am grabbing that Shadow Step, quite unfortunately. Ugh, this is terrible. No. Take what we gotta take there. I think Dollar and Mage is fine. I'm not desperate enough yet for endgame to take a War Golem. God, I hate Mad Bomber so much. Alright, we'll take a Scarlet Crusader. Try to keep the curve somewhat low here. Fairy Dragon seems good. Ballad Teacher's an excellent card. The others are junk. Alright, grab a Deadly Poison for some removal / endgame finishing potential. And here again we have a chance to take the Assassin's Blade. Ah, boy. Well, with a Deadly Poison, the Assassin's Blade does get more tempting, so I'll take that over the much more conditional Conceal. Second Deadly Poison? Yeah. Oh gosh, well, I'll take another Ringleader. I really would like a Backstab now, if I can actually turn these Ringleaders on, and look what we get here, a Backstab. Now, as tempted as I am to take another Backstab, I'm actually going to grab the Assassinate here. If more Assassinates show up, I'm going to regret this, but I find that as a rogue, if you don't have Assassinate or Sap, you get to these awkward situations where there's just nothing you can do to win. Grab a Cult Master here for some potential to card advantage. Now, a third Defias Ringleader. We're starting to put too many eggs in the Defias Ringleader basket, I think, with that one. We'll take a Grizzly here, which is an underrated and pretty good card. Don't really want another Assassin's Blade. We'll take a Cleric, which is quite strong. What I want now are some 4-drops. It's not happening, though. We're getting one of these guys. So, we'll take the Big Game Hunter. And the Backstab is excellent here. Oh my god. Well, these are just totally unplayable, just completely unplayable, so I will take a War Golem, although I'm not that thrilled about it. We get the 2 Crabby Giants, unfortunately, now. I don't want a second Big Game Hunter, though it's too conditional, so I'm taking a Molten Giant, but boy, am I really, really unhappy about that. Okay, let's take an Owl here, so we have a Silence in the deck, so we can get through taunts. This is just unbelievable trash. Don't want another mediocre 5-drop, that's for sure. So I've got Assassinate, so I don't really feel the need to take Sap. We'll take an Argent Squire for some more early plays. And a Southsea Deckhand for some charging damage. The Berserker is very tempting, but I gotta take a Yeti. I need to have some good 4-drops. I currently have none. Zero Drake's the only playable there, and here we go! Another mediocre rogue deck. I seem to have a tough time putting together a rogue deck that I feel really good about. I guess a lot of the rogue cards are somewhat, you know, conditional. But here we have some real clunkers, like the Molten Giant, the War Golem, and the lack of 4-drops apart from Violet Teacher and Chillwind Yeti. I don't know. The 2-drops, most of these are removal spells, or Defias Ringleaders, which isn't that great. Defias Ringleader you often don't get to actually play on turn 2. And I'm going first, so no coin Ringleader nonsense here, although there's a chance, since I have the Backstab, that I will get to turn on a Ringleader with the Backstab. And that is putting, of course, the cart before the horse. I didn't even get a Defias Ringleader anyway. We're playing against the Hammer. I wonder if he's gonna drop himself. This could have been a Backstab, and I'm pretty glad it's not, because 1 Backstab is enough for now. Got a Backstab with some spell damage. Now, you really want to make sure, unless you know exactly what you're doing, you don't want to waste dagger attacks against a Paladin, because those are much better used killing his minions, especially because he's hovering over his hero ability. And indeed, that is what he's doing. Alright, we get to make an interesting play here. I'm now playing Dalaran Mage and killing the Recruit. So at this point, if he plays a 3 toughness 3-drop, like a Raging Worgen or a for a Grizzly, I do actually get to kill it for free. The problem, of course, is I have nothing else to do with my mana at the moment. This is 5 mana, and all this other stuff is spells and trash garbage. So it's a bit of a slow start here. I expect a lot of rocky starts with this deck. It just doesn't seem to really have strong cards. I mean, when you're playing with frickin' Molten Giant, you're just going to get these awkward draws. So he's got nothing better to do than make another recruit. Now I have a choice. Do I use it my dagger, or do I use the dollar on Mage? Well, it depends on what we draw. Violet Teacher, huh? So I'm going to use the dollar on Mage, and let me tell you why. I want to keep this dagger around, because I'm not likely to be able to replay it next turn, since I'm going to be playing the Azure Drake almost certainly. So I want to make sure I've got this dagger for the following turn while I've got a pretty good way of dealing with the recruit with my creature. And the difference between 4 and 3, I mean, it's not that big. Now you can kill this with a Hammer of Wrath. I mean, that's pretty fine if that's what he does with this turn. I'll get my card back with the Azure Drake. Equality. Alright. That's interesting. So the damage this dollar on Mage took was pretty much negated by the equality. Now we can use the dagger that we saved so cunningly and get the first damage on the table. So this is not bad. I mean, I can play Fairy Dragon and Ringleader and get a whole bunch of stuff onto the board. Obviously, all that's vulnerable to Consecration, but I bet if he had a Consecration, he'd use it here. Otherwise, I don't know why he played Equality last turn. Of course, he might have a minion that he'd rather play than a Consecration. Then if I play the Fairy Dragon and the Ringleader, the Consecration would be a 4 for 1. That's obviously less than ideal. He does have 9 cards, so the odds of a Consecration in his hand are not particularly tiny. So he elects to play the True Silver Champion. He could still have a Consecration in his hand. I don't take this as a signal that he doesn't have a Consecration. So we'll hedge our bets here. I'm going to play the Scarlet Crusader. And yeah, we'll do a Ringleader. Should we do a Ringleader? Let me think. Consecrate now, what does that really achieve? Nothing. Yeah, I will do a Ringleader because all the Consecration would really do is kill the dollar on Mage, which already has done its duty, as it were, and the Defias Ringleader that I played, and it takes up almost all of his mana, leaving me with an unshielded Scarlet Crusader. Nope, no Consecration, just a humble Sen'jin Shieldmaster. Okay, made a little bit less humble with the addition of that Divine Shield, and I assume he's going to kill my Drake now. Oh my goodness, I don't know what that was. That must have been a misclick. That just had to be a misclick. I can't fathom any other reason why he made that choice to True Silver the Defias Ringleader rather than the Azure Drake. I mean, the Azure Drake was probably going to hit him anyway. Granted, he didn't know that I was going to assassinate the Sen'jin, so he thought maybe the Sen'jin would hold up the fort, but really, you should always just kill the best creature. Especially when you're getting 2 of your health back, thanks to True Silver Champion. So that was a weird mistake. This must be a little bit of a novice player. And that's that. He had a bunch of cards, but, I mean, this was a pretty good board. And apparently he never had that Consecration after all. Alrighty, Aphrodite, let's go ahead and play the second game. I have a nice, relaxing, free day ahead of me, so we'll do the usual 2 games in the first video, the rest of the games in the second. Still think the deck is pretty bad. That opening was just horrifically slow, filled with spells I couldn't use. But I played a dollar on Mage on turn 3 and it never died, which is kind of remarkable. So if you're a Paladin and you never kill a 1/4, that's pretty bad. It did get equalized, but it just hung in there as a 1/1 and was there in the final moments. Portman the Hunter, always a little bit tricky being a rogue versus hunters because you're losing health pretty fast. And the Hunter, of course, causes you to lose even more health. Much as I would love to keep that Violet Teacher and the Cult Master, I think we gotta just keep our removal and mulligan everything else. I'm trying to get some good things like a Defias Ringleader. Ooh, got the SI Agent, so we can do the classic coin SI Agent turn 2 play. I think, you know, honestly, when Hearthstone first came out, the thing everybody was always afraid of was turn 1 coin Defias Ringleader, but honestly I've come to find coin SI Agent to be far more damaging. Because you put a 3/3 on the table on turn 2 and it's pretty difficult to deal with, and then it also kills a 3/2 from the opponent. So he plays a secret. Well, let's think about this. I mean, it's probably an explosive or a freezing trap, which I'm fine with. It's an explosive trap. So this Southsea deckhand ate an explosive trap. I'm Rather okay with that. So the wolf's not the most impressive play here. I could have considered maybe playing the dagger, then next turn I could deadly poison coin SI agent and kill just about anything. That actually probably would have been the move to make, wouldn't it? Good job, Boris, coming up with that 5 turns too late. Alright, well, we'll just keep it simple, keep it safe then. Let's kill the monkey and damage the wolf a bit. The health on the wolf shouldn't matter that much. And next turn, I'm probably just not going to get to combo this SI agent. Most likely I'm going to coin into one of these 5-drops. Unless, you know, I really need to use this SI agent for damage. I'd rather not, however. Truth be told, I'd rather not. Okay, that'll die to my Wicked Knife, which is perfect. And he has a steady shot. Perfect. Alright, great. So the SI agent isn't even tempting because this thing has 3 health, so this is totally fine. We'll just coin and think. Which of these 5-drops do I want? The card or the healing? I think I'll take the card right now. And the reason for that is the extra health doesn't really matter that much because the main thing that the hunter might play right now is an explosive shot. And this dies to the explosive shot just as well as the dark scale healer does. And the healing, whatever. I don't need that at the moment. Scavenging Hate is a little bit worrying. I assume he's going to do something. He's going to play Unleash the Hounds. Okay. So this will grow. However, it does still die to my Azure Drake, so it's not that big of a deal. Ah, I see. So he made it a 4-3. Okay. Well, I should have played the Dark Scale Healer. Then I could have killed the Hyena and then lived to tell about it. The SI Agent doesn't quite do enough damage to kill that thing. Well, I gotta say, that was pretty well played by the opponent. So I could, of course, dagger up and deadly poison and just kill this thing that way. Then I'm going down to 18 health versus a hunter. Is that crazy? I think that's gotta be crazy. I could play... Let me think. I don't have the coin anymore. I could do SI Agent, Shadow Step, SI Agent, but no, I still doesn't really achieve anything. Ball sacks. I should have played the Dark Scale Healer. That mistake could cost me the game. Well, it's risky, but we're doing it. I'm going down to 18 health, and I'm just hoping. He's only got 4 cards. It's going to be hard to play stuff and steady shot every turn. Just hoping that plus the Dark Scale Healer, my card advantage plus the Dark Scale Healer will keep me in this game. We'll see if that gambit works or not. Molten Giant is now playable. Oh god, another one. Jesus. Is this a kill command coming down? No, just a regular old Houndmaster. Well, it's a problem, because this SI Agent still isn't good enough, and I really, really, really do not want to attack anything more with my weapon against a hunter in particular. And again, I really wish this were a freaking Dark Scale Healer out here. Let's think. I could play the Ringleader and the SI Agent to hit this once, and then Shadow Step the SI Agent, replay back for 1 mana, hit it twice, kill it, and then throw the Drake at the other thing. Leave me with a 3-3 and a 2-2. I don't see any other way to do that. I don't think I can pull off the combo for both of these. It's worth it. I think this is worth it. Not the most impressive Shadow Step of all time. It's basically acting as an arcane shot here. Well, which I guess is pretty good. And I will preserve the 4 health on my character by hitting that thing. I'm not gonna commit the Deadly Poison just yet. We'll wait and see. I might end up using it on something that's weak. Like, for example, another stupid monkey I would hit and take 1 damage. That's fine. But it's a risky game. We're trying to grind out the hunter. Oh god, please don't have another Unleash the Hounds. He has an Iron Beak out. Well, that's okay. So this is basically just a cycle card, like a Novice Engineer. It's a little bit better than a Novice Engineer. Please don't have any more beasts. And he has an Ooze. Are you goddamn kidding me, Jesus? Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, at least he's just got 1 card left now. Ooh, Betrayal. Is that worth using? I think it's worth using. So we use Betrayal to kill off 2 of his creatures. Kill the Owl. 3-3. Play the Dark Scale Healer on the left to guard against explosive shots. Heal back my SI Agent. Hit for 2. And now he's only got 2 cards left. I'm at 20 health, far away from being steady shotted. I should be able to win this game fair and square unless these are some amazing cards followed up by pretty amazing top decks. That's not really going to cut it. It'll kill my Bandit, but I can just hit it with my Dark Scale Healer. Or for that matter, my SI agent. Another trap? Well, let's check for freezing or snake trap. Please be freezing. Good. It's actually fine. I can pay 5 mana for this later. And combo him out. I don't see any reason not to play Molten Giant, so the Molten Giant making itself useful here. If this had been a Mountain Giant, it would have cost 9 mana, would have been even worse. Now he's in top deck mode, I've got plenty of health. Oh my god, it's Alexstrasza. Well, I guess it's a good thing I have Molten Giant. This thing only did 3 damage to me. So we're gonna do that. Wait, do I play the Cult Master here? I do play the Cult Master here. Trade the Molten Giant for Alexstrasza, get a card. And at this point, we can just go ahead and play the Ventricle Mercenary. Okay, now I don't see how I lose here. He's just out of cards. He needed to have more cards. And another early well, not early, but another, well, it's an early concession, not a premature, I would say. The game was pretty decided there. But another quick concession before turn 10, and we are off to the races with this mediocre rogue deck. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that video. Please like and or subscribe if you did, and I'll see you back soon with the rest of the games. Take care, folks.